Good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. Minnehaha County authorities are dropping charges against the man arrested over the weekend for allegedly getting into a woman's car and abducting her. The state's attorney's office has dismissed robbery, aggravated assault, and kidnapping charges against 55-year-old Lumo Bell. Instead, authorities have arrested 33-year-old Erica Knife for 2 counts of false reporting. The sheriff's office says additional charges may be filed against Knife. Also developing this midday, a crash involving at least 2 semis and a car has shut down Interstate 29 southbound just north of Beersford in southeast South Dakota. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office tells us traffic is being diverted and the Highway Patrol is leading the investigation. We have a news crew on the scene and we'll bring you additional information as soon as we have it. 1 month after breaking $1 million in total sports wagers, Deadwood saw another strong sports betting month. In November, 8 locations handled nearly $1 million in sports bets. Reports say through 11 months of 2023, sports betting is up 22% compared to 2022. NFL, college football, and college hoops saw most of the action in November. Deadwood officials say that sports betting brings a different variety of people into town, especially for events like the Super Bowl and March Madness. Pivoting to weather, the story at the moment is that fog, isn't it, Megan?
And we have some thick fog in eastern KELOLAND, and that could continue as we go through the rest of the afternoon, although some areas are seeing it start to lift finally. Right now, 39 degrees in Sioux Falls, hardly any wind, and we're starting to see a little bit of that sunshine. We have 39 right now in Yankton, 35 in Brookings, 38 Sisseton, 40 in Mobridge, 47 in Phillip, and in Custer. Our winds are very light, upwards of 10 miles an hour. That is going to start changing as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening in western South Dakota. You see those yellows and reds starting to move in. Those are the wind gusts well over 30 miles an hour expected as we head into Sunday morning. Sunday being your Christmas Eve day. There's those stronger winds taking up a majority of KELOLAND by the afternoon. Coming Monday morning, the winds dying down just slightly. Monday, your Christmas day, but those stronger winds stick around eastern KELOLAND as we go through Monday afternoon and into Monday evening. There is a check of the fog as well there between Aberdeen, Redfield, Huron, towards Watertown, Brookings, and in Sioux Falls. So we'll keep an eye on things as we head through the rest of your afternoon. So for today, some sunshine in western South Dakota, light winds for everyone, 48 the high in Sioux Falls, 45 the high for Aberdeen, 51 in Pierre, and 55 in Rapid City. Then for tonight, we could see that fog redeveloping in eastern KELOLAND. Light winds again, 29 in Sioux Falls, 26 Aberdeen, 25 the low in Pierre, and 28 in Rapid City. We'll have thicker cloud cover for the day tomorrow, again with light winds in a majority of KELOLAND, those winds picking up in western South Dakota. And we're going to be a little bit warmer. 52 Sioux Falls, 48 in Aberdeen, 50 in Pierre, and 50 in Rapid City. We'll take a look at the timing of that rain and snow coming for Sunday and Monday, your Christmas Eve day and Christmas Day, in just a little bit, and what you can expect.
All right, thank you, Megan. Dakota State University in Madison will soon celebrate 40 years since it transitioned to a technical-based university. The campus was nearly turned into a prison in the early 1980s, but now it's gaining a reputation as one of the top cybersecurity schools in the country, giving students and faculty a sense of pride.
As a 3-time DSU graduate myself, I had my bachelor's, master's, and I was the first woman to earn my doctoral degree from DSU. My husband has 2 degrees from DSU. We're very proud of what the university has done and where we're at.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, our Tom Hansen is going to find out what led to DSU's success and where the school's leaders plan to take it into the future. Shields in Sioux Falls has spent the entire month of December selling special plush puppies with 100% of proceeds benefiting the Stanford Children's Hospital. As part of its Miracle on 41st Street fundraiser, Shields is also donating 50 puppies for every $1,000 raised in today's delivery day. This morning, Shields dropped off a check for a certain amount of money and kids who are spending Christmas at the castle. The money raised will help pay for everything from life-saving equipment to meals, mileage, and lodging for families with children staying in the hospital. President Joe Biden is making thousands of people who were convicted of use and simple possession of marijuana on federal lands and in the District of Columbia eligible for pardons. The White House says this action is the latest round of executive clemencies meant to rectify racial disparities in the justice system. Biden says these steps would help make the promise of equal justice a reality. Biden is reiterating his call on governors and local leaders to take similar steps to erase marijuana convictions. After a week of delays, the UN Security Council is set to vote today on a resolution that facilitates increased humanitarian aid to Gaza and demands the immediate and unconditional release of hostages. It follows intense talks between the United States and negotiators from Arab nations on a resolution that wouldn't trigger another U.S. veto. Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
The United Nations Security Council convened Friday to vote on a resolution on desperately needed humanitarian aid to Gaza, creating a pathway to expedite food, water, and fuel to Palestinian civilians living in the war-torn territory. The resolution also demands the immediate and unconditional release of hostages Hamas took from Israel. But it does not call for a pause in the fighting or call for a ceasefire, earning the support of the United States.
The State Department tells CBS News that Secretary Antony Blinken was personally involved in negotiations on a resolution that the U.S. would not veto, making calls to counterparts around the world to move the process forward.
The vote comes a day after a report by the United Nations and other agencies found that 500,000 people in Gaza are starving. That's 1/4 of the population. At a soup kitchen in the southern city of Rafah, Mahmoud al-Kashawi says it's challenging providing meals for displaced families.
We have no access to gas, so we go to streets to gather some woods to burn the fire and cook the food.
And he adds they don't have nearly enough food to meet the need. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
The Hostages and Missing Persons Families Forum announced today that a 7-year-old dual U.S.-Israel citizen believed to have been taken hostage by Hamas is no longer alive. Gadi Haggai was kidnapped from Kibbutz near Oz on October 7th, along with his wife Judy, who was also a dual citizen. She's thought to still be among the captives.